Hey, what's happening? This is the Real Table Podcast, episode 31. And right before I started recording, I don't know why, this is just cruel. Somebody actually made a video of the losing team's announcer calling walk-offs. That's just cruel. Like, why would you do that? It's already bad enough. Why would you make a video listening to the announcers calling the games that their team is losing? Why would you do that? Like I said, that's you know, talking about like cruel or unusual punishment. Ah, shit. Yeah, I'm in my car this time. Back in the good old days of doing it in the car. I don't know, like, I enjoyed the other room, but I don't know, just me being in there and the fact that, like, the last 5-10 minutes, I just could not, like, breathe out of my nose properly. I don't know, I'm gonna go back in there, but also just recording at night, I feel like I can't, like, be as loud, or I can just talk as loud as I want here, if I want to get into it, but I don't know. If I'm in my house, I have to, like, you know, stay quiet, and I don't want to have to worry about that. I mean, I'll still do it, but, you know, this time I just wanted to come out. But anyways, so, let's see. We start off with, earlier today, your boy got his passport renewed. Might be going to Mexico. Well, I think I am. I think at this point, as long as I get the passport, it'll be like, you know, it's like 98% sure I'm going to Mexico. Am I going to do a podcast from there? Yeah, I'd like to do it. That'd be cool, as long as I can upload it. I was thinking about, when I go down there, just going off the grid, not doing any social media activity at all, just kind of like, you know, just doing my own thing. The only thing I would do is upload a video to the Table Nation, to the loyal 18 people. That's like the magic number for this thing. I need to just get to 20. If I can just get to 20, I can retire on a high note. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, I found out today, renewing your passport is actually one of the most boring things you'll ever do in your life. Because it's not the it's not the fact that I had to renew my passport. It's the fact that I had to leave and return 3 times. I had to go through security 3 times and wait 3 times. So here's what happened. I got down there like basically at 2. Like 1:50 I got down there, and I was waiting in line. Well, not waiting in line. I stood in, you know, what the fuck? I can't talk. It's also like 3 in the morning, too, of course. And I want to wake up in 7 hours to watch the Diamondback game. They're playing the Yankees. And for some reason, they're playing the game at early in the morning, so it's 10:10 here. I thought it was going to be a 1 p.m. start Arizona time, but it's not. They're in New York, too. But anyways, I get over there. Basically, at 2, I have my number. I'm just filling the form out. Everything's fine. My number gets called. I walk up to the window, but it's so damn loud, and they keep announcing the numbers. I can't hear what the lady's saying, and apparently, you can only do checks or money orders. I've never done a money order before, and I haven't written a check in, I don't even know. Nobody even really writes checks anymore. So, I didn't hear her. She said checks or money order. I didn't hear the word order. I just heard her say money. And I kept saying the whole time I was talking to her, what? I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What was that? And instead of speaking up, she just talked in the same volume. If anything, she talked even quieter than that. And that really just pissed me off. So, basically, so then I left, and went to the bank, grabbed some cash. Came back, got back in line. Another 20 minutes goes by. I get called again. So I go up to the window, and lady is explaining it to me, different lady. And I give her the cash. I'm just like, yeah, I was in line before because I already had everything filled out. And she wanted to know why, and I told her. And she's like, oh, we need money order. And I literally just sunk my head down, like, just flung down. And I'm like, what? And I think she could tell how, like, desperate I was because she looked at me and kind of was like, okay, here's what you do. You know where Circle K is across the street, right? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, just go over there, get a money order, come back, go through security, don't take a number, just come back to my window and I'll help you. And I'm like, okay. So I left again, went to Circle K, came back a third time through security. I'm surprised the security guys didn't say anything the third time. The second time, one of them did. But I really thought the third one would have been good. Ah, shit, you know what? Fuck, I wasn't timing this. Wait, oh, hold on a second. Alright, hold on. No, I don't want to... What the hell is this? There we go. Alright. That must be like 3 minutes. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know how long we are into this podcast. Episode 31 is screwed. It's over. I'm just kidding. Alright, I guess I'll just say that was 3 minutes in. Hopefully. But anyways. What was I saying? So, I went through security a third time, but then I finally got back in, and... Jeez. And I got it done. Lady was very nice. She didn't make me wait in line again. So I got it done. But the first 2 times I went in, I had my book with me. I brought it in. I was going to finish it. I'm finally about to finish this book that I've been reading for like 5-6 months. Way too long to read a book that's not even that long. It's like 473 pages. But it's not a hard read, you know? But I just got super lazy. So I'm almost done. So I brought it in. Turns out, when you have your phone technology, you go on your phone more. So that's what I did. So I didn't have the first 2 times. The third time I went in, and I finally was able to, like, just relax. But I didn't have my book with me. And I'm like, motherfucker. Actually, it was the second time. Because the third time I just walked in and went right to the window. So the second time I went in, before I was rejected, again, I didn't have my book with me, and I was sitting there, and I'm like, oh, I can finally relax. I'm going to read that book and finish it. It's out in the car. I was pretty upset because I don't think I could have left and came back in without losing my spot in line. Line. That was a weird voice crack. So yeah, that was a couple hours, and it really should have been like 45 minutes. It shouldn't even been 2 hours. It should have been at least half that. Maybe even less. But yeah, it's an easy procedure. All you need is your birth certificate, your passport, your old one if you have it, and that's pretty much it. And then fill out the form. Oh, you needed your photo that you take at the lovely Walgreens. And that's pretty much it. Fill out the form. I mean, shit, anybody can do it. If I could figure it out, then anyone can do it. And that's it. But make sure you read that thing. Because I saw it said money or check order. But then I read another section that said, you know, card is accepted. They must have been talking about when they process it. Which was another $35. I don't understand. They really just... Oh my God. Everything costs money nowadays. You can't really do anything for free. Nothing. What on the last podcast, didn't I say like love does have a price tag? It does. It does have a price tag. Everything you want to do nowadays has a price tag. It does. You know, it's not really a bad thing, But it is a thing that things cost money nowadays. Even like things you like to do, it costs money. I don't even think anything is free nowadays except breathing. That might be the only thing. But even if you go to the hospital and they help you breathe, putting like a tube in your throat or whatever, well, you're paying for that. So what the fuck? I don't think you can get anything for free nowadays. You know? I mean, really, name anything. Write in. Tell me what you think. What is free nowadays? If you say love, I'm going to reference you to episode 30. Yeah, but like, what the fuck is that? That's weird. So that's pretty much what I did today. Then after that, I went to work. And it rained today. Well, it's monsoon season. But just because it's monsoon season in Arizona doesn't mean it rains every day. In fact, it's worse because we get teased because we want rain, and then we get it, and then we get the humidity. And humidity sucks. I don't know how people who live in actual humidity cities like Houston, North Carolina, I don't know how you guys do it. I really don't know. I would take dry heat any day of the week than humidity. It's that bad. I mean, if you've never been in it. If you've never been in it, you need to do it at least once to know what you're missing out on. And be thankful that you're missing out on it. Because it's bad. It's really bad. Bad. Voice crack. Because you get the rain. And you think, okay, cool. We're getting the rain. Awesome. This is nice. Nice little change. Oh, let's listen to the sound of the rain, which is actually very relaxing. And you're like, oh, this is so nice. And then the next day, you're like, oh my god, this is fucking awful. I never want it to rain again. I mean, it's bad. And you always forget. You always forget about the humidity until it's too late. It rains, you're like, oh, this is nice. And then it stops raining, and you're like, oh shit, the humidity. And then it kicks in. You're like, fuck. I always fucking forget that. Next time, we need to create a sports team for Arizona called the Humidity. Nah, you know what? That doesn't really work. Monsoons, how about that? Arizona monsoons. The AMs. Let's go. AM. Let's do it. Arizona monsoon, baby. I'm great at coming up with team names on this thing. We came up with the what we do? Maine Kings. I think there's another sports team name I came up with on the last podcast. I just don't remember what it was. But you know what? Like I said, I would take the dry heat over humidity, over snow, easily over snow. I don't like the cold. Earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes. I mean, clearly, Arizona's almost like the place to be. If you can get through 3.5, 4 months of miserable dry heat, everything else is pretty good. You know, so if you can get through, okay, so 8 over 12, that's, oh my god, can I really not do this? 4 is 8, 2 into 8 is, 4, 2/3? Right? Okay, you know what? I can't believe I have to do this. I have to get a fucking pen out. Write this shit down. Can't believe I'm fucking doing this. Alright, wait, no. So you have this, and then this. This. You have that, and then... Yeah, 2/3. I was right. What the fuck? This is how bad I am with doing math in my head. I can't do a simple math problem in my head. I have to look it up and make sure. So basically, let me rephrase this whole thing. Pretend the last minute didn't happen. I guess I could edit that out, but there's just no point, okay? Just stick with me here. Just imagine if you can get through 1/3 of the year of dry heat, you get 2/3 of pretty good weather. Pretty good weather. What is it, Zone? Hold on. I need to open the door. I need to get some air in here. Oh, man. Now we can actually get some nature noise. the beautiful nature of the cars driving by from the road that's like 100 feet away. I don't know, it's 3 a.m. It's not that busy. And I like this because the parking lot is lit up so I can see everything around me. And there are 2 forklifts in this big parking lot. I don't know why. I don't really see any construction going on anywhere. But rain. You know what? I like rain. It can be inconvenient at times, but it's pretty good. But again, this is coming from a guy who is This is coming from a guy that has lived in Arizona his whole life. So I'm a master at dealing with the dry heat. But when it comes to me going to Colorado, I'm fucked. I can't handle the cold. I hate the cold. And the cold will never be my friend. It just won't. And while I was saying that last sentence, I had a subject that I wanted to talk about, and I lost it. I fucking lost it. I don't know what it was. It was... Oh no, I got it back. Hook, line, sinker. Brought it back in. Alright, ready for this? Tool, Maynard, finally released the album title for their new album. Okay? It's called Fear Inoculum. Which... Yeah, I know. Fear Inoculum. What the fuck? Let me read this really quick. Read the proper definition. Inoculum. Inoculum, a substance used for inoculation. And you know what sucks? You read a definition, and there's a word in the definition you don't understand. So I'm looking up inoculum, and it literally uses the word inoculation in the definition of inoculum. Alright, inoculation. The action of inoculating or of being inoculated. It's just saying fuck you, you know? And then right after that it says vaccination. And the example is... Wait, hold on.
Inoculation.
Inoculation, yeah. Wait, what?
Inoculation.
Inoculation? Oh yeah, I guess it's I-N-O, but I guess you say I-N-A in inoculation. Vaccination. So, inoculation against flu was readily available. So, fear inoculum. So, what they're saying is, if you have fear, you can take this for the fear. I mean, I guess, but I don't know. It's typical Tool to come up with a fucking album title that doesn't make any sense, and you just go, what does that mean? Maynard, what does it mean? Will you please enlighten us, please, and not tease us? Well, he finally announced it on the fucking Joe Rogan podcast, which on Monday he did. I kept going on there, and I was trying to watch it live, but I just didn't get anything. So finally, I was like, fuck it. I just gave up. I went on Google and just read it like a loser. That's a big truck over there. Camera's got to be picking up that. So we are actually... Oh, I forgot. It's Wednesday, July 31st. Motherfucker. I gotta work on that. So with it... Is there any other Tool news? Let me see. This is live. If there is any news, then this is the live reaction of me. Okay, you know what? This truck is trying to, like, be a douche and interrupt this amazing podcast. Where the fuck is it? Is it gonna, like, run me over? What the fuck? Really? I'm parked away from the fucking Safeway, and this dude wants to pull up right next to me. Alright, whatever. What's the meaning of Tool's new album title, Fear Inoculum? I don't know. I was wondering that same thing. Well, I mean, I guess I could read all this, but it's just guessing. I don't know. I just hope it's not a concept album. But you know what? I'm still looking forward to it. But I don't know. I just this fucking truck wants to run hands with me, or this truck driver. All right. Wait, what? Maynard had an idea for a TV show, or did Joe Rogan? Hmm. I have no fucking idea. But you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because we finally got something. And then eventually, there's a rumor now on Friday we're going to get a new Tool single. I don't know. I'll take what I can get. If I get an album title, hey, you know what? I'll take it. I will definitely take it. But here, you know what? One thing I want to get into, because this is just so weird. This is one of the most bizarre things I've ever read involving baseball. Okay? So, here's the thing. In baseball, I was at work and I read about a trade that happened. It was like what, 9 o'clock? It was like 9 o'clock. I really want to open this door, but the truck's still outside. I don't know how loud that thing is, but whatever. I looked down, I was on my phone, and I saw that a trade happened. And I'm like, oh, a trade. The trade deadline is actually right now, today, at like 1 p.m., I think. Our time, at least. But anyways. There's a trade that happened that was just so, like, confusing and shocking. It's like, what the fuck? I have no idea. So, here it is. The Indians, the Padres, and the Reds did a 3-team deal. 3-team trades happen all the time. Not about all the time, but they happen. Diamondbacks have been a part of a few 3-team deal trades. But here's the tricky part. The Indians traded Trevor Bauer away. Bauer's one of the best pitchers in the entire league. They traded him away? But here's the part I don't understand. They were in the playoff push. In fact, they're only 3 games out of the division title, or the division lead, that would lead to a title, and they're at the top of the AL wildcard by 2.5 games. Why did they trade away one of the best starting pitchers? Well, it's because they wanted to get, prospects back. Well, so Bauer went to the Reds, Cincinnati, and then Yasiel Puig went to the Indians. Voice crack. But why? The Reds traded for Trevor Bauer. The Reds are in 4th place. They're like, what was the record? 49-62? Or something like that? Where is it? They're in 4th place, 49-56. So they're 7 games under 500. They're in 4th place in their division. That's not too far back. Because the NL Central has been kind of a mess this year. But, I mean, I don't get it. I know Bauer's going to be a free agent, and you want to try to get something in return, but you're right there. And you traded for Puig, who's going to be a free agent as well. So you traded one soon-to-be free agent for another soon-to-be free agent? Why? What's the point of that? I mean, really, what the hell? I'm trying to find the one article that I read where it broke it down and said what team got who. Maybe it was this one? Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so The Padres get Taylor Trammell from Cincinnati. He's the Reds' #1 prospect and number 30 overall in baseball. Is headed to San Diego. The Reds get Trevor Bauer from Cleveland. And then the Indians get Puig and Scott Moss from Cincinnati. Who's Scott Moss? A minor league left-hander. Franmil Reyes, Logan Allen, and Victor Nova from San Diego. Franmil Reyes is a big guy, big hitter. I don't get that. I guess the Indians got more than I thought, but did the Indians really not like Trevor Bauer that much that they really got rid of him just for that? And when I say that, yeah, the Indians and Bauer have had this weird relationship. Like, it's... I don't even really understand. Bauer's just a weird guy. He's gone on Twitter and, like, basically, I think it was last year, called out the Houston Astros for, like, messing with the balls to get a better spin rate on them. And, during arbitration, I guess, the Cleveland Indians got really personal against Bauer. I don't know. It's just weird. So it makes you think, did they really not like him that much? They traded him away for Puig, who's going to be a free agent, and basically they're going to lose him, and some prospects that we most likely won't see. I mean, I don't know. It's a really weird trade. And the Reds aren't really in it. Like I said, they're in 4th place. They're 7 games under 500, but are they really, like... unless... Now, hold on. That's all they got. Unless the Reds are going to use Bauer for another trade, then that would be smart, I would say. They got rid of Puig. I guess they saved money. I think they had him for like 8 years. $8 million, but let me see. How much is Yasiel Puig making this year? It's not that much. It's like $10 million. Let's see. 1 year, $9.7 million. Okay, so you saved yourself $9.7 million trading him. Okay. So let me ask you this. So you traded him away. So now you're in 4th place. You're 7 games under 500. Are you really gonna go for it? I mean, really? And if that's all they got for him... Oh, and here's the other funny part about this. Literally, tonight, or yesterday, excuse me, Puig on the Reds, the Pirates and the Reds got into a brawl, a really big brawl. It's actually like a old school baseball fight. They get into a fight, and then literally minutes later, the game ends, and then Puig finds out he's traded. I can't think of a funnier scenario than that. Funnier? More funny? I don't know. But that's just funny to, imagine. You get into a fight, you're all pumped up, and it's like you're getting traded, and you're like, did I get traded just for that? That literally happened minutes ago. You got this blockbuster trade down in a matter of 15 minutes? Jeez. But again, I just don't understand this. If the Reds are really traded for Bauer, to have him be a Red for, 12 hours, just to trade him for something else, that's smart. And good for the Reds if it works and who they're going after. But, I mean, what the hell? Trevor Bauer is going to be a Red? And even if he pitches well, I don't think that's enough for the Reds to, go for a World Series. Maybe make a playoff push, but even if they do, I don't think they got the depth. I mean, really? Tell me. And it's not like I don't like the Reds. I like the Reds, okay? They are one of the teams that I would gladly be a fan of if the Diamondbacks weren't a team anymore. They got a 9-game World Series win streak going, dating back to 1975. Only way for that to continue is if they make the World Series. That's it. So, of course, I want to see them, play well. I want to see that thing extend. Well, it's just a weird trade. The weirdest, most confusing trade I've ever seen in baseball. I can't say for the other sports since I don't watch them, but this trade makes no sense for really Cleveland and I guess Cincinnati. If they actually keep Bauer and he pitches for the Reds, that makes no sense for the Reds. Even if they don't make the playoffs, it makes no sense. And then Cleveland, they get Puig. So are they going to do what they did with Josh Donaldson last year? They trade for a guy who was good back then, but lately he hasn't been. They make the playoffs, lose in the playoffs, and then lose him to free agency? Well, what's the point of that? I don't know. It's things like these where you're just like, man, I wish we could find out what they're talking about in there, but we won't ever. All right, what are we at so far? Okay, well, this says 24 minutes, but I know we're not at 24, so I think we're at like 27, 28. Man, I might be getting sick. I don't fucking know. Anyways, what did we do last podcast? We did Alabama. So, what's next? Alphabetical, let's do Alaska. Alright, let's see what we got here. Admitted to the Union on January 3rd, 1959. 59? Jeez. 49th state. The nickname is the Last Frontier. Their motto is North to the Future. The capital is Juneau. I already knew that. What is this? With more land inside its boundaries than any other American city. What? Juneau with more land inside its boundaries than any other American city. That's interesting. Bird, willow, oh my god, I can't say that. Willow, Ptarmigan? Parmigan? What? I don't know. Their flower, forget-me-not. And they have their little flag. Looks pretty cool. It's like the Big Dipper. Alright. What is this? Say the name Alaska, and most people think of glaciers. Glaciers. Oh my god. You get what I'm saying. Snow-covered tundra and Arctic temperatures. Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, what is this? 1/3 of the state lies within the Arctic Circle, and Barrow registered the coldest temperature in U.S. history. 80 degrees Fahrenheit below zero. Holy shit. Yeah, I'll stay in Arizona and, sweat my balls off. I'll take that deal. But Alaska is not just one big freezer. Summers are warm. Temperatures often in the 90s. That I didn't know. Oh, wait, what is this? And summer is also the season of the midnight sun. Oh, yeah, so right here, it's like you can play softball games at 2 a.m. in full daylight. That's weird. I forgot about that. You know what that reminds me of? God, I hope I'm not getting sick. That reminds me of that movie 40 Days and 40 Nights. Oh, no, wait. I think it's called 40... Oh, fuck. What is it called? Some vampire movie. Hold on. 40 Days... Oh, yeah. Wait, is it? Oh, wait, it's called 30 Days of Night. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, 30 Days of Night. This is a vampire movie that came back. Yeah, came back. It came out in... Wait, what the hell? Hold on a second. What the fuck? I'm just reading something. You know how, like on YouTube, it's like, whoa, how the fuck did I get here? Well, you do the same thing with fucking Wikipedia. You start somewhere, and then you go, how the fuck did I end up over here? Like right now, I don't know how, but I ended up on the Black Dahlia movie. I don't know how the fuck did I end up over here? Weird. So let me just go back. Oh, okay, because Josh Hartnett was in 30 Days of Night, and he was also in The Black Dahlia. Oh, okay. Okay, now we're on the same page. Interesting. So yeah, 30 Days of Night is this vampire movie in 2007. Oh, look at that. In Alaska, 30 days, 30-day long polar night. Polar night, what the fuck? Dude, can you fucking imagine that? There's no way. No fucking way I could do that. I mean, do you think about that? I mean, 30 days of night, no sun at all. I couldn't do that. Fuck that. I don't know if I could. I think I might go crazy. I need to see the sun. You know? I can't not see it. And I watched that movie. I saw it on TV and it was pretty freaky. Those vampires don't fuck around. I mean, they make the fucking vampires from Twilight look like nothing. Even the vampires from Salem's Lot. We're watching this movie going, damn, I'm not fucking with those things. I mean, oh my god, really? Why the fuck does my body is totally fine, and then I record, and then it's trying to embarrass me by making all these bodily noises. Jeez. But that movie, I haven't watched that movie in a long time, actually. But all I remember was that movie 30 Days a Night was basically these people are stuck in this town, and, you know, day comes around, and people are just all, like, willy-nilly. And then, this dude in this prison cell is like, yo, it's going to be 30 days a night, and some vampires are going to come and kill you, so you better do something. People are like, yeah, shut the fuck up. And it happens, and then the dude gets murked, and it's like, okay, thanks for the monologue, dude. And then the rest of the movie is just them basically trying to survive for like 30 fucking days. 30 days isn't a long time when you have a actual day. But when you have 30 consistent, days of night, it could feel like, oh my god, this day feels so long, it's never going to end. Well, maybe because it's not ending. It just keeps going. Man, that's terrible. You watch that movie, those zombies are fast, they're quick, and they don't fuck around. Kind of sad, too. Like, there's like a scene in there where they go to a gas station and get food, and then one of the vampires comes in, they somehow kill it, but they made it in the way that they were trying to get you to feel sorry for the vampire. Like, the other vampires come in, and they're all, like, gathering around her, and she's like, and she's like, dying, and they're all just standing there like, well, isn't that just a shame? Alright, who's gonna finish the deed off this time, boys? Like, the life of a vampire must be so fun. All you gotta do, you just fly around. You can become a bat, or you can become a human. You can fly around. You walk around at night. If you're in trouble, you just turn into a bat and fly away. You think you're that? Well, you just turn into a bat, fly up, and you're good. What are you going to do? Like, take a gun out and shoot you? By the time they get it, you can just fly away. You're black. Like, you black it. Black? Yeah, you're black. So you can blend in. You can blend into the darkness. You can blend in with trees or whatever. I don't know. Maybe being a vampire would be kind of fun. Because you just kind of like... Every vampire movie you see, vampires are always just trying to mind their own business. They're just trying to, like... Why does it, like, vampires are just... You always see them in the movies just, like, having a party. And then Van Helsing shows up and wants to be an asshole and, like, try to kill all of them. Is it just me? Or does anyone else get that vibe? Any vampire movie that's made, all these vampires are trying to, like, party it up, man. Let's go suck some blood. But let's, like, rave a little bit. And then some idiot vampire, gets killed. And then now it's just like, all right, stop the party. We gotta go out and kill these humans. It's almost like the equivalent of when you go to a party and somebody gets way too drunk and they hurt themselves. And then it's like, all right, party over. Someone, is injured. We have to, like, slow everything down. And it's like, oh, thanks. Thanks, dude. Maybe that's what it's like with vampires, I don't know. This is a really interesting podcast. Talking about Alaska led to talking about a vampire movie. That's an interesting transition there. Is there anything else on here that's pretty interesting? Sold Alaska for $7.2 million. Less than 2 cents an acre? What the fuck? Hold on, I gotta go back and read that. Blah, 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 blah. Stay Alaskan. In the 18th century, the Russians set up a capital, Sitka, and hunted sea otters and fur seals nearly to extinction. Jeez. When the fur trade declined, the CZAR, SAR, sold Alaska to William Seward for the absurd price of $7.2 million. Less than 2 cents an acre. That's funny. The U.S. Congress was so contemptuous of the Icebox. Ooh, jeez. That was the insult. Hey, everybody. The U.S. government called Alaska the Icebox. Air quotes, the Icebox. That for decades the government tried to forget Alaska existed. What the fuck? What did Alaska ever do to you except give us really freaky vampires in a movie that came out in 2007? The hell? It was the gold rush that changed everything. Well, yeah, the gold... You have the word gold in any title, it's going to change a lot of people's lives, including the state of Alaska, apparently. Between 1880 and 1908, okay, so 28 years, there were 7 major strikes in the Alaskan Territory. The influx of settlers forced the U.S. government to pay attention to Alaska, and the population has been growing ever since. That's funny. That's really funny. Let's see. Alaska is perhaps the last place in America where the frontier spirit is a requirement for residency. Towns are so far apart that many people find it easier to fly than drive from one place to one place. One Alaskan in every 36 has a pilot's license. That might explain in that one Liam Neeson movie, The Grey, why he's flying, like, everywhere. Like, you can't, like, even walk to the bar. You have to, like, take a small plane. Like, seriously, I guess in that movie, maybe they got that right. You have to fly everywhere in Alaska. How about that? And I saw an Alaska license plate, whatever, earlier this month. Episode 3. Alaska license plate spotted. Let's go. Bam. Bam. Fucking voice crack. The Icebox. That's so fucking funny. That's the Icebox. That's the best insult you could come up with. Trying to forget Alaska existed. Jeez, I think I heard that somewhere. Let's see. The state's wealth comes from its natural resources. Oh boy. Oil, natural gas, copper, coal, gold, platinum. Alaska is the only place in the U.S. where platinum is found. Fishing is big business in Alaska. Yeah. The state has more coastline, 33,000 miles, than the rest of the U.S. combined. Jeez. And tourism gives an enormous boost to Alaska's economy. Well, again, yeah, I would figure. Most years, the number of visitors who come to admire Alaska's natural wonders exceeds the state's population. Well, I could have told you that. So, yeah, the amount of people who visit Alaska is more, the number's greater than the number of people who actually live in Alaska full time. I probably could have told you that. But that's fucking funny that the U.S. government referred to Alaska as the Icebox. Like, ooh, that's the biggest... Oh, he called them the Icebox, guys. You gotta be careful, man. No, they don't throw that term out too often. They really don't like them. Okay, whatever. This has been an interesting podcast. Talking about vampires, Alaska, Tool's new album, renewing passports in the fucking court. By the way, the lady in window F4. Oh shit. Did my light just go out? Oh no, that's not good. That's interesting. Well, you know what? This thing's getting pretty, it's getting pretty late. I'm probably gonna have to call this one in a few minutes. Well, we're probably at... Well, my timer says 39 minutes, so we're probably around the 43-minute mark. I don't want to go too long. I'm trying to slowly build up to an hour. This is a very eventful podcast. I really like this one. This one is probably up there. It's probably in the top 5 of the table podcast. I like this little state thing. Gives me something to talk about. That vampire thing was pretty cool too. Because I had no plans on talking about vampires, but we did. So anyways, that's going to be the podcast. Jeez, my nose. I hope I don't get sick. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I have to go start the process of uploading this thing to YouTube, which will probably take about 6 hours maybe. I don't know, give or take. Anyways, thanks for checking in. I'll see you on Saturday. Bye.